Joining us now is political analyst Jim Warren, executive editor of NewsGuard, which rates the credibility of news and information sites. Thanks for being here, Jim.
Hey, pleasure. Nikki Haley looking at the glass half filled.
Right, and so Trump's the first point. Trump's incumbent card ended up...
Like we talked last week in New Hampshire, he acted as if he was an incumbent,
right.
Didn't make much notice of his rivals or rival. Haley was the only one left this time, and improbably made an asset out of the fact that he's in mountainous legal trouble, which is pretty remarkable. And one should note that what worked in conservative Iowa worked in more moderate New Hampshire, and historically, no politician has ever won the first two races on the political calendar and not won the party nomination.
And it seems Trump won the vast majority of people registered as Republican, and you say point two is the GOP establishment flames out.
Just consider this. I just realized last night. In Iowa, very, very popular Republican governor. In New Hampshire, a very popular Republican governor. Each of them went against Trump. They did not endorse him. They endorsed a rival. And what did they get for their trouble? Mockery last night, and him announcing that they clearly, both of them, were losing popularity in their own states.
So Haley's base is the old GOP establishment, and is that part of the party done? What's happening here?
Yes and no. A majority of the folks who voted for her in New Hampshire did not self-identify with a particular party. A majority of them are college graduates. A majority of them are moderates. But also importantly, about half of the folks who voted for her said that they think Donald Trump will win the nomination. That's not a winning formula for the Republican base going forward for Nikki Haley.
And now we have the long, strange intermission.
Yeah, so nothing's going to happen for the next month. We wait till South Carolina, Haley's home state, for another month where she'll be campaigning, and on the Democratic side, Joe Biden will make an appearance. But your time will be filled telling folks about Donald Trump's many, many court appearances. He will be all over the place for the next month, including perhaps listening to oral arguments twice in the U.S. Supreme Court, one about a Colorado case, whether he should be yanked off the ballot in Colorado, and the other one about his claim, which many legal experts find dubious, that he should get presidential immunity and not be prosecuted for any of these. So it's going to be a weird, weird month for him, and we'll see if any of that has any negative impact.
And the last point, the lessons for Joe Biden in all this.
So I was saying, what if you're Biden this morning? What are you thinking? You're looking at those New Hampshire results and you're saying, okay, let's look at Haley. Got college graduates, got moderates, got independents. Those are the votes that I'm going to get in November. Throw in the fact that there's a lot of animus out there toward all sorts of politicians, perhaps more toward Trump than Biden, and you say, aha, that's potentially my path for victory. Question is that wishful thinking on Joe Biden's part? And can all those factors override what clearly is a growing suspicion among the electorate that he might just be too old? But that's what he's holding on to, and he's looking at the fact that 4 out of 10 New Hampshire voters yesterday are all convinced that Trump has committed some crime.
All right, Jim Warren, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Jim.
Here's a look at some